This podcast contains explicit content.
This podcast is hardly focused.
Hey, one time I huffed Gorilla Glue, and that was a mistake because some of it got in my nostril.
I'll forever maintain that Sammy Hagar is the better singer in Van Halen. Next to Gary Sharon, of course. We are Hardly Focused. You can find us on the social medias, facebook.com/Hardly Focused Podcast, and we're on Twitter. We have not yet been suspended. You can find us at Focus Hardly. Mike, do you have the people that come by your place on trash day, on recycling day, and rifle through your recycling?
There are people. They do not go through my recycling. They've learned that I do not give them the cans. I keep them for myself, so I can get an extra $5 or $10 every time I go.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, there's literally that you can see them. They've got their push cart and they have like 15 grocery bags or like huge trash bags tied up this full of cans and bottles. So yeah.
You got the push carts. What I got is someone who actually drives around.
Dang.
And I saw their car, and they should be pulled over because it is just filled. It is filled with cans and plastic items. It's just like you can't see. They carved out just a small enough space to sit and steer. Like,
yeah, it's probably not safe.
No, it's like a hoarding situation as they're out there like picking through my recycling bin. I was just thinking about that because I was too lazy to take my empty Coke can into the garage to recycle it, so I just threw it in the trash and then realized, hey, one less can for the grocery shoppers to take. That's what my neighbor calls them. It's just like what Howie Carr would do at Entercom, grocery shopping.
Yes. Asshole.
See, what the recyclers are doing is they're just rifling through all the bins and taking the goods to, so they can get their nickels per can. What Howie Carr did, and if you don't know who Howie Carr is, he's a regionally syndicated talk radio host who his big claim to fame was writing a book on Whitey Bulger, and then Bulger then was arrested and later passed away. But Howie Carr, so bitter at Entercom for matching his contract, so he couldn't leave the station in 2007, decided that every Sunday he would, him and occasionally his family would accompany him. He would arrive at the station with 2 to 3 empty reusable shopping bags, and then would walk around the office just pilfering everything he could find. Like, you go to, if someone had like a tin of like Icebreakers gum on their desk, for example, he would just take it. We used to have toiletries in the bathrooms in the office. He would just go in and take everything in there, like little tiny toothbrushes and in mouthwash, and he would just walk around and he would fill those bags. And he did it because he just hated the company. And he hated that he got locked into a 5-year contract, which he fulfilled and then left and now does his own thing. The station he hates so much continues to syndicate him because they need the ratings. But yeah, we call it grocery shopping. So that's my nickname now for anyone that walks around and steals shit off people's desk. You pull in the Howie Carr.
Yep.
This is a segment that we do every once in a while on this podcast called How Fucking Dumb Are You?
Hardly Focused
Presents.
Do you finger your own asshole just to smell your own shit? Like, I don't get it. How fucking dumb are you?
We'll go to Sussex.
Oh, we're going to Sussex.
In Great Britain. From the Argus.co.uk. Quote, an angry woman called police because she missed out on getting a McDonald's breakfast because of a long queue.
Oh, you should know better than to do, than fuck with the queue, man.
Inspector Darren Taylor at Sussex Police said the force received a phone call at 11:30 a.m. yesterday from an unhappy customer in East Grinstead who had been waiting.
East Grinstead, of course, East Grinstead. Oh my God, those uppity motherfuckers.
Bunch of cunts they are.
Oh, they are. They are a bunch of tossing cunts.
An unhappy customer who had been waiting to get a McDonald's breakfast at the drive-thru restaurant in London Road, but unfortunately by the time she arrived at the drive-thru window to place an order, the breakfast service was no longer available. Worth mentioning, she did not call 999. She used the non-emergency line, but they were still quite upset that she would even do such a thing. And I have the 911 call.
Oh man. Oh.
So it's split up into two parts here. So here's the first. It's a fucking hell of a call if it's going to be in two parts.
Well, clearly, if I saw, I'm like, was it two calls? No, you just literally did it in two parts because apparently we've got to digest this.
Yeah. So here's part one: the 911 call made when a woman could not get her McDonald's breakfast because it was too late. Here we go.
Yes, sir.
Hi, I'd like some breakfast.
We stopped serving breakfast.
I know you stopped serving breakfast, Rick. Sheila told me you stopped serving breakfast. Why am I calling you by your first names? I don't even know who you are. I still call my boss Mister. I worked for him for 7.5 years, but I walk in here all of a sudden, total stranger. I'm calling you Rick and Sheila like we're in some kind of AA meeting. I don't want to be your buddy, Rick. I just want a little breakfast.
We stopped serving breakfast at 11:30.
Rick, have you ever heard the expression, the customer is always right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, here I am, the customer.
That's not our policy. You have to order something from the lunch menu.
I don't want lunch. I want breakfast.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm really sorry.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm really sorry, too.
Get a gun! Let's get organized. Calm down. Just calm down, everybody. Just sit down. Sit down over there.
Everybody just relax and take it easy. Come on. Why don't you eat your lunch, please. Eat your lunch. You all need your vitamins A's and B's and... It's an accident. It's an accident. It's the trigger. It's sensitive. It's okay. It's all right. It's just... It's a sensitive trigger.
I fucking knew it. I knew it.
See, the cart was mislabeled. They told me it was a 911 call. Sorry, it wasn't what I thought it was. But what an appropriate reference, though.
Oh my God! Except for the fact that guns in England, but yeah.
Aren't they supposed to be on lockdown too?
Well, the guns are the people.
The people. I thought they were on like a strict COVID lockdown.
Well, yeah, but you can go through the drive-thrus.
Okay.
You just can't get out of your car.
All right.
Can't get out of your lorry.
God, no wonder people are upset. Well, look, I was told there was two parts to this. I'm going to hope that the second part here is the actual phone call.
I hope it isn't.
All right. Well, let's give it a shot. Here we go.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. What can I get for you?
Okay, what do you want?
Cheerios.
Cheerios. They don't got Cheerios. What else?
Lasagna.
Lasagna? What the hell's the matter with you? We'll take hotcakes and sausage.
Sorry, sir. We stopped serving breakfast.
What are you talking about? We're 4 seconds late.
No, you're 30 minutes and 4 seconds late. We stopped serving breakfast at 10:30.
Ah, horse shit! No, don't cry. I'm sorry. I wasn't cursing at you. I was cursing at the lady.
Nice parenting.
Hey, thanks. You're my therapist. Take a walk. You want a Happy Meal? We'll get you one of those Happy Meals. You got a Happy Meal? Can we get a Happy Meal? Will somebody get the kid a Happy Meal?
It would appear I do not have the audio of the 911 call.
And I'm perfectly content with that.
How of a dick.
That's awesome. Either way.
To wrap up this one, the police quote says, a spokesman for Sussex police says, quote, she had been queuing up at the East Grinstead McDonald's drive-thru, but because she had to queue, by the time she got to the ordering window, it had gone past 11 a.m. and they had stopped serving McDonald's breakfast and refused to serve her a breakfast. This, of course, upset her, and she wanted us to speak to McDonald's about the situation as she felt it was unfair. We informed her this was an incident she should take up with the McDonald's. It was not a police matter, and we would not be investigating her complaint. Why do people... It's
not really an investigation. It's like, was it 11 o'clock? Yes. We stopped serving breakfast. Okay.
Why do people think that calling the authorities because their fast food order got messed up is like the thing to do?
Because they're the authorities?
You need to make this right.
I don't know. Ask a Karen.
All right. The next thing I have here for our How Fucking Dumb Are You segment, I promise you, is I'm not going to troll you. It's actually a video that I have.
Never going to give you up. Never
No, I'm not that bad. Don't worry. If I can... Hold on. Give me a sec. See if I can try to full screen this.
Full screen your mom. Oh. Take a read, doc.
Yeah.
Want to make a name for yourself in gaming? Then make a
Wow, good job there, Chief.
Sit through a 30-second ad. I can't skip it. Skip it.
The very, very best thing of all is there's a counter on the ball.
Hey, look, in 1987, that was legit. All right. Even though it was like the same mechanics that you would find in any car at the time.
Okay. Why does my odometer only have 3 digits?
What the fuck is this video? Still playing another fucking ad? Are you kidding me? All I want to do is full screen this shit.
All I want to do is zoom, zoomity, boom, boom.
God, I hate these embedded video players. CBS 46, your shit sucks ass. All right, I'm gonna try to do this now without breaking everything, including my monitor. Okay, can you see the Halle Berry lookalike on your screen?
Can you see it?
All right.
Tell me, can you see it?
Okay, here we go. Waffle House employees fired after video surfaces showing them pouring food on the customer. From CBS 46, and they're terrible embedded video player. Here we go.
Waffle House employees were out of a job this morning after filming themselves pouring food on a passed out customer. It happened at the Waffle House at Woodrow Drive and Evans Mill Road in Lithonia. There you see the video. Police say the customer, Jeremy Mitchell, was highly intoxicated. Employees made him dance, and then they poured salt, cheese, and ketchup on his head. Mitchell saw the video posted online 5 days later and went to police. Waffle House fired the 2 employees involved. Mitchell has not pressed charges against those employees.
He fucking shouldn't, because he's going to be called a fucking bitch for doing so.
I super intoxicated, yet he somehow made it in the Waffle House just enough to pass out.
He made it, yeah, just enough to pass out. He was probably there for about 10 minutes, and then it was just like, and I got to say, like, that's tame. All right, the question is, did he have his shoes on? If he had his shoes on, you can fuck with him. That's the rule. If he took his shoes off, you can't fuck with him.
Do you notice that this guy's basically Harry Potter? He's got a lightning bolt on his forehead. Should have used some magic to defend himself if that was the case.
If only he wasn't passed out.
Now it's humiliating. I get it. No one should be subject to this, no matter how dumb you are, to get shit-faced enough to end up at a Waffle House.
But
like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna take this to the police and say they put cheese on my head and then they pull ketchup on me?
Like, here's the question: at what point did he wake up? Is like, why's my haircut ketchup on it? Like, it was 5 days later, buddy. Like, the only reason he went to the police is because it went viral in your area.
he was in
did you see Marcus over here? What a fucking idiot.
He was in the Waffle House for 5 days, just asleep with ketchup and cheese on him.
Yeah.
Look, if that were me, I'd wake up. That'd be fucking funny. I'd be
pissed. I'd be like, son of a bitch. But I'd also be like, yeah, I was drunk enough to pass out at a Waffle House. I deserve it.
Yeah. Again,
I'm sure the Waffle House was like, well, we don't condone this, and we should call an ambulance if he was passed out drunk, blah blah blah. It's the health and safety of our employees and our and it's not saying anything. Where's anybody's mask, guys? Okay, I'm just saying.
That was just about to bring that point up.
That's why they got fired there, because we don't care that you're fucking around with drunk people, but you weren't wearing a mask.
Well, it's a Waffle House. Waffle
House is If you're gonna go to a Waffle House, you've already got the corona. So
they're what's the plural for Waffle House? Waffle Homes.
Waffle House.
Okay.
Waffles House.
Remember when Fro was convinced that the plural for house was ice?
He's a pleasant child.
I love Fro. We love Fro.
We all love Fro. Where is Fro?
Yeah. If you're at a Waffle House, you're in a region where following the rules isn't
American.
Yeah. Let's just say they don't care about that federal mandate that Grandpa Joe's putting into effect. To the safety measures that we're putting into effect here.
Safety measures, those are communist measures right there.
I thought this was America. Mike, I can hear the calamity in the background, so I'm going to assume we need to wrap this up.
Wow, you can hear it, huh? Okay, I don't hear anybody else. It's just I hear noise.
Oh, okay.
So I don't hear any yelling beyond the noise, so I always take that as they're constructively playing.
Okay. All right. Which one was it screaming? Was it the little one or the slightly less little one?
Generally speaking, it's probably Nick that's doing the screaming. Genevieve will scream, but usually not independently of him. So, okay. And she is almost his size. We both have it. We grabbed jackets for them the other day. And I'm like, which one's hers? Which one's his? And I'm like, oh, one of them's got to be smaller. Right? No, they're both the same size. They're both 3T. They both fit exactly in them. I'm like, my God.
Don't you be fucking around with the little sister that's bigger than the big sister.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, we'll wrap with this from LeahyValleyLive.com. Robert tried to flee in an ambulance but couldn't drive it.
I'm assuming I gotta assume that ambulances aren't stick shift.
No, it's not like an 18-wheeler.
I know. It's not like you got a double clutch. It's an ambulance. I'm pretty sure you just put it in drive.
Yeah, take the e-brake off if it's on and then put it in.
I'm assuming that's the only other thing. There's got to be an e-brake just in case, like a parking brake, because you're like, hey, I got to set this so I can forget it.
And I don't know if they're doing them now in our neck of the woods, but, they have them in the UK. They don't use, the Ford Econo lines or what have you.
No, they use, the Sprinter vans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you don't know how to drive a Sprinter van, then you de facto don't know how to operate a motor vehicle.
Yeah. Did he actually have a license, this robber?
Well, it was a woman, so...
the fact that she was out of the kitchen, my God, right? She's so disoriented. Barefoot and pregnant, right? Misogyny. I'd love to be getting hate mail on this one.
Government came and took my baby.
My baby.
And remember, it's not government, it's governant.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like a Pokemon, governant.
Lehigh Valley, Bethlehem. Is this Pennsylvania, Central PA?
Is it Lehigh or Leahy?
I thought it was Lehigh.
I don't know.
Probably a Leahy as well.
I can't pronounce.
But I thought that was Lehigh.
I can't pronounce anything to save my life. So,
no, you can't, Junior. So,
yeah, you got family out there, don't you, in Pennsylvania?
Towards the actual civilized part.
Okay, not in your Amish country.
A little north of Philly.
All right,
the rich section, Bucks County,
quote unquote civilized.
Yes, quote unquote. Yeah.
The article here says a Hellertown woman accused of stealing cigarettes and Mentos from a gas station convenience store tried to flee in an ambulance but couldn't drive it. Bro,
they're called Mentos, not Methos. That's just why she got confused.
Antoinette.
Did they actually name the brand of cigarettes?
What do you think they would be? Yeah, they're not named. What do you think they would be?
She probably did Newports. She's a Newport girl.
Okay. I'm going to say... Oh God!
Cool 100s.
No, what brand are the the cigarellos, the individually wrapped ones? Oh
God, the cigar. I know what you're talking. I can't think of the name.
Yeah, those things will make you sick if you smoke them. Because I have. Will Santos shared some with me once.
Oh my God, yes.
Way back in the day, because that's all he could afford. Oh man, I had the worst stomach ache.
Yeah, those were yeah.
Antoinette Froylan.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go with Froment.
Oh no. Antoinette Froylan, 19, was stopped by police early on the afternoon of January 7th after she got out of the ambulance and was arrested once a store employee identified her as the thief. Froylan is facing a handful of charges, including felony counts of robbery and attempted theft of a movable property. Not a moving vehicle, a movable property.
Movable property.
Jesus. Is that what they call it out in Pennsylvania because of the Amish country out there?
Because buggies are movable property?
Yeah.
Probably.
The employee reported a woman, later identified as Froylan, walked into the store, went behind the counter, and grabbed 2 packs of cigarettes. When Froylan was confronted by an employee, she pushed the employee out of the way, grabbed 4 rolls of Mentos, and walked out. See, now this is...
Oh, though. She walked out. She's like, fuck you. I'm doing what I want.
This is how you know, I mean, having the name Fro in is part of your name.
This is bad news.
Well, Fro's a man of Mentos. That was a sort of a tradition that we had back in our summer vacations from school together. We would, halfway between our respective homes was a Brooks Pharmacy. And we would meet there, and he would always, while waiting for me, he would always make it there first. He would always go in and buy himself at least 1 roll of strawberry Mentos, because that was the only place you could find flavored Mentos.
Strawberry Mentos.
Yeah. Nowhere else could you find flavored Mentos. It was only this one place. I don't think we ever did the Diet Coke Mentos thing. It was, I think the video had just taken off around that time. Like the craze was big, but we never, we were more about filling shopping carts full of dead leaves and then setting them on fire than experimenting with Diet Coke and Mentos. But yeah, that's I think about maybe like a year or two ago, we went hiking in the woods in Grafton.
And found an abandoned shopping cart that looked like it was charred.
It's sitting there for about 10 years at that point. And there was one time too where the fire like actually started to like, we lost control of it. Like we could have burned down the town. We could have been like, you know, doing a gender reveal party. Huh? Yeah. or as you like to call it, a sunny October day in Southern California. But we weren't smart. We were rambunctious children. But no, the Brooks Pharmacy is now Cumberland Farms, and we stopped in there after our hike, and better believe Fro bought himself some flavored Mentos and a couple of what were they? Taquitos, like the fried shit you can get, which I don't think you can get anymore. No, you can't get them by yourself. You need to have the employee grab them for you. Yeah. Thanks, COVID. About the article says here, about a block away from the store, Froylan got into an ambulance to try to get away, but couldn't operate it. Court records show at the time Froylan was free on $8,000 unsecured bail for possession of a small amount of marijuana and drug paraphernalia.
I'm assuming she was just completely high and couldn't do like. I'd like to know how hard it is to. Is there something with that ambulance?
Yeah.
Besides putting it in drive, like, are you that dumb? Or are you that like drugged out of your mind? Like which one is it? I really want to know the difference.
I wonder if it's just like the e-brake, right? Because like there's the pedal.
Yeah, but even with an e-brake, normally you can like gas it to where it'll go.
I'm going to say it's a combination of being stoned out of her gourd and also being stupid enough to try to take an ambulance and just, she was tripping. She had to have been tripping.
Well, I mean, if you're in Oregon, you can get away with it now, but that's not Oregon. So she in trouble.
Yeah, I think she was just tripping. There's a video that now I've laughed at it, but I think it's also a result of someone just panicking. They were on an airplane and they were trying to fit their suitcase into the overhead compartment, and it was basically like they were holding it long way or tall ways when they needed to be securing it long ways. Yeah, and they were struggling so hard until someone just got up and like helped them by flipping the thing on its side and pushing it in. But people were coming to this individual's defense saying, hey, maybe they have a severe fear of flying and were overtaken by anxiety that they just weren't thinking. I will play devil's advocate and say that this bitch here just tripping and got behind the wheel and then just didn't realize what do.
She was memorized by all the flashing buttons that you could turn the sirens on and just didn't know where to go from there. You know why? It was probably it was a column shifter.
Oh, okay.
That's probably why. She's 19. When's the last time you've seen a column shifter?
And they only have them now or usually you only find those in trucks, right?
Yeah, oh my God, yeah. Everything else is, right in the middle of the console.
Yep.
Like a column shifter, that's old school.
I wonder, it'd be just hilarious to me is if there was a patient in the back.
Well, we stopped off for gas, but this guy's having cardiac arrest in the back, but he can wait.
He can wait. He's already dead. Transporting a dead body.
Yeah. How long has he been dead? About 30 seconds.
Who knows? Who cares? You hungry? Stop at Chick-fil-A. I don't know. Well, there you go. Those are your dumbasses of the week. There were plenty of them, by the way, but I felt those were the best ones.
That's sad when you're like, I have to pare this down. I can't have a whole episode about it. I have to make it a segment.
And by the way, the tribute band Pearl Jam is now known, I believe, as Legal Jam.
Yes. Apparently they get JAMM. Apparently it's not good enough.
Yeah, see that would throw me off. I can see why. Pearl Jam, not a band you mess with.
Yeah.
But I can see how that would throw people off. Yeah, I believe they are called Legal Jam, and in there, according to Consequence of Sound, their statement is so comical. Quote: "We have always been clear that we will yield to Pearl Jam's demand." It's an album from the 90s. Anyway. All right, Mike, thank you for joining me today.
Hey, no problem. That's what I'm here for.
And we will do this again next time. I think the political news on the show will finally come down to it. Ooh, tits. Whose tits are these? Oh, that's what's her face? Oh shit. She's like a punk rock chick. And she's married to the dude from King Crimson, and they do like cute YouTube videos. But
yes, she's got some. Yeah,
she's wearing like a see-through black shirt. Oh, I can't remember her name. I was just talking with someone about this recently, and I looked her up because I was blanking on her name then, and I've completely forgotten. All I remember is that she's married to Robert Fripp from King Crimson, and they do cute videos together. They're like the punk rock version of the Captain and Tennille. Yeah, well, yes. With that timely reference. Yes, I think the political news will be fizzling out on this show because unless comical legal proceedings begin with ex-President Trump, the world of politics will once again be boring.
Yep.
One can only hope. So, all right. We'll leave it at that. We'll talk at you next time. See you. Bye.
You know what? One time, Randy Beeman's Uncle Roy blew his nose so hard his brains came out. True. Okay, bye.